And Father, before we took that break, the question was on the response of the church and the question of mourning, and what does the world expect to see in this period of mourning?
Yeah, first of all, masses will be celebrated everywhere. You know, it's the obligation of every priest, you know, of course, to celebrate Mass for him. Like I said previously, there'll be omission of his name in the Eucharistic prayer, or even like now we are in Easter octave. So we are using the canon, the first Eucharistic prayer. There'll be omission of his name, but of course the names of the local ordinary, like here in Archdiocese of Nairobi, Philip Anyolo will be mentioned because he's still alive, and his auxiliaries, David Kamau and Simon Peter Kamomwe, and of course every diocese. But of course, you know, you don't just live without enemies. Yeah, you know, there are those who are happy. He has gone. You know, there's those who are mourning. Like now, I know the Franciscans, the three orders. You know, the conventuals, the OFMs, and of course the Capuchins are mourning because he is the first to take their name, you know, from their patron, St. Francis. But all what there is these 9 days, you know, of mourning, you know, continues everywhere, and more so in Rome as the preparations for his funeral now comes. But remember, after 15 to 20 days, there'll be, of course, the conclave, where all cardinals, you know, will converge in Rome and in Italy to prepare for conclave. That is now for the election of the new Pope. And of course, before that, they'll meet before the D-Day. Why? Just to familiarize with each other. Yeah, you may be a cardinal in America, you don't know a cardinal in South Africa. So you'll meet, know each other, you know, talk. But that day, no phones, no media, nothing, because leaguing can be done through
that. And I'm told that there's a lot of politics.
That actually, everywhere politics is there.
And that this can actually take longer than
of course,
if you're not careful. What are your anticipations? And I mean, I know we've carried stories here speaking of what are the possibilities and who are actually being discussed at this very point. You expect for this to be a quick process thereafter, or perhaps a lot of politics has been playing out? And I know you're privy to some of this information.
But you know, luckily, or I'll not say luckily, but the Pope was sick. You know, for quite some time. So of course the politics started
prior.
If it was an abrupt or emergency, you know, he just died abruptly, we can say now something else. But you know,
the reality. So
there are, in Swahili, we say kujipanga, you know, there are those, already maybe they started the politics before. But remember, the Catholic Church is led by the Holy Spirit. And of course, the Holy Spirit will speak. We never knew Joe Maria Bergoglio, because that is his baptismal name, of which today Cardinal Camelengo called him 3 times. He didn't respond because he was dead. And that's now when the process started to announce that he's already dead. And you don't call him Papa Franciscus. No, you call him with his baptismal names. You know, and if he doesn't respond 3 times, you confirm he's dead. But only one cardinal is mandated for that. Whose name is, the church name is Cardinal Camelengo, but his real name is Kevin.
Interesting. Well, and I mean, I see we have been treated to understanding lots of the Catholic culture, including the expectations that we'll have bells tolling across.
According to the years that he had. You know, in 2013, you know, 84. 84. It ran 84 times because he was 84 years old. You know, for him it will be 88 because he was 88 from 1936 to 2005.
All right, and 2025, all right.
Yeah, 2025, that.
Okay, well, this is interesting. And all right, okay. So this is happening on Easter.
Yes.
I mean, does it speak anything spiritual or?
You know, you can die anytime.
Right.
And we are happy that he has, in the language of the church, we say the death is dies natalis.
Okay.
It opens the door to another life.
Okay.
And in fact, Jesus resurrected to start another life. He has died the best day, by the way. Yes. He has died the best day. Easter octave, Easter Monday, you know, he made it the best time ever, you know, because now they are together with Jesus again. The same Jesus that he was representing as a vicar of Christ, because a pope is a vicar of Christ. And who was the first vicar of Christ? Was St. Peter, the apostle.
All right. Okay, as you speak to the Catholic faithfuls, I mean, what would you tell them that, you know, they should take up in terms of making sure that, you know, their lives then reflect the legacy of the Pope?
Yes. So, my dear Christians, wherever you are, I know that we are mourning our Father, Holy Father, but this one should not discourage us. Remember, St. Augustine says, we are Easter people, and Alleluia is our song. And again, if you read all the Gospels during Easter time, you'll see we are not supposed to give up. And remember the way the Englishman says, a winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. So let us take courage, pray for our Pope, and more so believe and know that God will give us another Holy Father of his own choice, not of our own choice. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Father Peter Ken, for speaking to us this evening. And of course, we continue sending our sincere condolences as the Cape Media Fraternity.